It's finally here! Welcome to my new YouTube channel, Create the Look. I'm Amy. I am the photographer at Love the Look Photography, and I am so thrilled that you're here with me. For those of you who have already been following me, I have done Periscope feeds and live Facebook feeds, teaching photographers how to use my digital backdrops, composite imagery, and just a bunch of stuff on Photoshop. How to create props, how to create setups, how to do your own styling, all that sort of stuff has been implemented into my business throughout the years, and I am just so excited to share it with you. But for my first video, I figured I would do an about me, so I asked people on my page what they'd like to know, and these are some of the questions that they had. I've been doing photography now for 7 going on 8 years. I started when I was 19. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but when a friend of mine got pregnant, she asked me to do her maternity pictures. I did it with my little point and shoot, but I fell in love with the process and I got really excited about it. Originally, I was planning on being an art teacher, but I found it so amazing how so many different aspects of what I love to do has been incorporated into this business. So it's been a really fantastic and wonderful ride. It's been ups and downs as far as figuring things out for myself, but it's been amazing, and I'm just really excited to see how far I've come in these 7 to 8 years. Yes, I am completely self-taught. When I was in school, I was at a community college thought I was trying to become an art teacher, and I ended up taking half of a course on photography, but it was mainly film, and I don't remember anything from it, but that was the only class that I ever took, and I learned nothing. So everything that I know now is stuff that I've had to learn through trial and error, through finding resources like YouTube and Creative Live, which later on became a really helpful source for me, but otherwise I've taught myself. So this is a little bit more of a complicated question because I feel like my style is ever changing. I feel like as we grow and as we mature and as we change, your style changes with it, just like fashion. So I would say that I found a style that I loved, and I've grown from there about 3 years ago after my son was born. So I've been doing composite imagery for about 3 years, so everything kind of changed after I had my son. I was really inspired by seeing photographers that worked with live animals, but I wasn't quite comfortable with doing that myself. So I started playing around with different concepts and different techniques, and that's when I really started to fall in love with the idea of creating photographic art with composite imagery. I am heavily inspired by fairy tales, books, and movies. One of my favorite things to do when it comes to relaxing is going out and seeing a movie, and I absolutely love using that as a resource to finding inspiration for the images that I create. I find that it's so much better to find something outside of the photography world that inspires you, because it's really easy to get into the comparison game in this industry, and it's really easy to get discouraged if you're creating something and comparing it side by side by someone else. So I feel like it's really important to find your inspiration from outside of the photography world. So I started full-time working as a photographer after I had my son. I know I've said that a lot, but that really was a huge point in my life where I decided to just go for it. Now I wouldn't suggest doing it the way that I did because I did not have a steady flow of clients yet. I wasn't well established in my area yet, but I knew that this is what I wanted to do, that I wanted to be a photographer, that I wanted to do it full-time, that I was going to devote all the things that I could to making it happen and to dedicating myself to learning this craft. So I had a desk job. I worked for a bank for 3 years. I hated it because I'm a creative person and I wanted to do something that was creative. So after he was born, after 2 days of being back at work, I said, you know what? I can't do this. I have to do what I love. I have to do what I'm passionate about. So I dropped off my keys, I left, and I never looked back. And it was a lot of hustling, it was a lot of getting my name out there, a lot of shooting for free, which I know a lot of photographers will say is a big no-no, but we'll go back to that topic later. But eventually it ended up turning into a thriving full-time business, which I am so grateful for today. Why YouTube? So this is a question I've been asked multiple times. Obviously, there are a lot of photographers out there. They're popping up more and more every day. And I feel like that's more of an exciting thing more than it is a discouraging thing. Because everybody has the potential to create something so different because we all see the world differently. Now, when it comes to my decision to starting a YouTube versus, say, creating workshops or online classes you could buy, that's been something that I wrestled with for a while. I've always wanted to do workshops, and this absolutely doesn't take away from ever going to an in-person experience. There's always more that you can learn from being hands-on. I know that's the same for me, but when I first started out, I remember contacting photographers that I admired and whose work I thought was wonderful, and I had no idea, again, no idea what I was doing. I did not know what a DSLR was, I didn't know what ISO was, I didn't know what anything, any technical term meant. I had no clue. So when I contacted photographers that I liked and just asked them, like, do you have any advice for a beginning photographer? Do you have any tips? Like, what type of equipment should I buy? I was met with pretty rude and not so pleasant responses back, like, figure it out. Work it out for yourself. Everybody's got to find their own thing. And although I understand, and although there are certain aspects of those conversations that are right, I don't believe that it's good to just enable somebody and give them everything. But I do feel like I wasn't able to get any kind of help. So I wanted to create a channel that could help people, even if it's just people that want to take better photos of their kids. To learn and be able to take something from that. You know, I also create digital backdrops, so I wanted to be able to create a platform that I can show people how to use them. So that's one of the biggest reasons why. I didn't have the help when I first started out, and I really wish that I had somebody that I could ask questions to, that I could find information for, that I could ask stupid things about Photoshop that I felt like I should know but didn't know, that I could have somebody like that. So I guess I'm really wanting to help be that person for some people, to help people get, you know, farther in their craft or in something they're passionate about. And also just for other photographers that maybe are well established, and maybe you know some of these things, and maybe that's totally fine, but you just want somebody that can help inspire you and help push you forward. That's another reason why I'm here. And then another part 2 reason is because I have 2 little ones that I adore more than anything in this world. But if you're a photographer and if you're a mom or a dad, you know that business can be really busy. And although you love what you do, taking pictures can often become more of your job than just something you do for fun. So I found that through their toddlerhood and babyhood, there's times where I've gone months without taking a single picture of them because I'm not thinking about it. So I guess by having this platform and by it pushing me to be creative week to week, it's allowing me the opportunity and pushing me to take more pictures of them as they grow up. Basically, that's it, guys. I want to thank you so much for popping in. We'll be doing weekly videos, so every Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I'll be posting a new video, whether it be about DIYs or styling or digital overlays. That's when we'll be posting them. If you have any questions, comments, or videos that you'd like to see a DIY or a tutorial on, please leave a comment down below and make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.